When you sprint at full speed, you feel like you're giving it everything you've got. Your face twists, your legs burn, your heart feels like it's going to burst. And yet, even at that breaking point, your own body is still holding you back. Literally, your brain has a built-in speed limit, a safeguard designed to protect you. It keeps your tendons from snapping, your muscles from tearing, and your body from collapsing just because you're trying to outrun someone. So here's the truth. Technically, you've never run at your real maximum speed. But what if you could? What if that limiter disappeared? What if you could unleash 100% of your speed, no brain-imposed restrictions, no fear of tearing yourself apart, no worries about consequences? Today, let's explore the science of pushing your body beyond what it wants, and maybe far beyond what it should. Running looks simple. You move your legs and go forward. But physiologically, it's controlled chaos. Every stride requires coordination from over 200 muscles: glutes, quads, hamstrings, calves, abs, spinal stabilizers, even the small muscles in your neck that keep your head steady. Your feet strike the ground with forces up to 3 times your body weight. And while that's happening, you somehow keep your balance, adjust posture, breathe rapidly, flood your blood with oxygen, and keep your heart pumping at maximum capacity. All of it happening in fractions of a second. But here's the fascinating part. Not all of your muscles activate at 100%. Your central nervous system decides how much force you can apply during each contraction. Even if you want to, you cannot recruit every single muscle fiber at once. Why? Because doing that would destroy you. If every fiber in your legs contracted at full force simultaneously, the pulling strength on your tendons, bones, and ligaments would be catastrophic. We're talking ruptures, stress fractures, even joints popping out mid-stride. That's why your brain applies the brakes. This is called neural inhibition, a kind of safety limit that prevents you from tapping into your full explosive potential. In normal conditions, you're likely only using 60 to 80% of your maximum voluntary strength. The rest stays locked away, only accessible in moments of extreme danger, like avoiding an oncoming car or escaping a sudden threat. It's as if your body is constantly saying, yes, you could go faster, but it's not worth dying for. Now, let's imagine what would happen if you managed to shut off that limiter. Maybe through drugs, extreme fear, electrical stimulation, or even a glitch in the brain. No neural inhibition, no limiters, just you and your absolute top speed. At first, you'd feel an explosion of raw power. Your body would move with an intensity you've never experienced. But right after that, the problems would begin. Here are the possible scenarios. Scenario 1, multiple muscle tears. Your musculoskeletal system simply wasn't built to handle 100% output in its natural state. The type 2X fast twitch fibers responsible for explosive contractions can't withstand constant maximum strain. The result, severe muscle tears, especially in hamstrings and quads. If you've ever seen a sprinter suddenly collapse mid-race clutching their leg, imagine that, but multiplied. Scenario 2, Achilles tendon rupture.
For me, this is the worst one.
Normally, your Achilles tendon works like a spring, storing and releasing energy to propel you forward. But under uncontrolled explosive force, it could snap like an overstretched rubber band. You'd feel an internal whip-like crack, sudden pain, loss of strength, and immediate collapse. Scenario 3, stress fractures and impact damage. When your muscles pull too hard on your bones, they can fracture without any external hit. On top of that, running at such high speed amplifies ground impact. Each step could feel like taking a kick straight to the shin. Your knees, ankles, and hips would begin to fail. And if you tripped, the kinetic energy would turn you into a human projectile. Scenario 4, extreme tachycardia and cardiovascular collapse. Yes, your heart can adapt to effort, but only to a point. In full force mode, your heart rate could spike above 200 beats per minute, depending on age and fitness. That drastically raises the risk of arrhythmia, ventricular fibrillation, or even sudden cardiac arrest. You could literally die from running too fast. Scenario 5, neuromuscular fatigue and nervous system shutdown. Your nervous system itself can burn out. Activating every motor unit at once demands a massive, continuous electrical discharge from the brain and spinal cord. The result, neurological fatigue. Even if your muscles still have energy, the software controlling them fails. You'd lose coordination, suffer spasms, blurred vision, and eventually collapse. And as a dangerous bonus, rhabdomyolysis. When muscles are pushed past their limits, their cells rupture and release their contents into the bloodstream. That condition can damage the kidneys, and even threaten your life. So if you tried to use 100% of your speed, chances are you wouldn't make it to the finish line. You'd make it to the hospital. Now, if you're a runner, or planning to start, Here are some science-based tips.
First, always warm up. Not optional.
10 to 15 minutes of mobility drills, muscle activation, and light jogging dramatically lowers your risk of injuries, especially hamstring tears and Achilles ruptures. Second, don't sprint like a predator is chasing you, unless one actually is. Going max speed every session won't make you faster. It only increases the risk of overtraining and neuromuscular fatigue. Alternate speed work with days for technique, strength, and recovery. Third, build your core and glutes. Running may look like it's all legs, but real stability starts at the center. Planks, glute bridges, and balance exercises are essential.
Fourth, listen to your body.
If something feels off, don't ignore it. Fifth, focus on technique, not just effort. Your stride angle, foot strike, and torso position all matter. Improving your running form can help you go faster, more efficiently, and with less risk of injury. Because yes, you could run faster. But you could also break yourself trying. Uncontrolled speed is just a fast track to collapse. And the real limit isn't in your muscles, it's in your brain's safety system. If you want to go far, don't just run with strength.
Run with wisdom.